Good afternoon. This is Dr. Cheek. I want to give you feedback on your Management 440 research paper. I got them yesterday and graded them and got them back. Here's a general overview. The average grade was 88.3. I really want you to focus on affiliate fees. Remember, with an entrepreneur, we got to try and start a business and we don't have any money. And most of you made comments that you could start this with absolutely no cost. What I really want you to do was do the research and give me your thoughts. If now, hopefully, you understand the purpose of the assignments and the readings I gave you guys on the backstory, finding your passion, and identifying your niche. Lots of papers are just filled up with quotes, and that filled up the whole paper and didn't really have much at all of what you thought. Those that made real good grades gave me their thoughts. Games, people played games with headers, with double spacing. Come on, this is an upper level management course. Let's don't play those games. Building an affiliate-based startup company, you come up with an idea, you want to do it something your passion because you're going to be spending tons and tons of time there. If you're going to spend tons and tons of time, make sure it's something you like. Narrow the niche as much as you possibly can. And once you narrow that niche, you find the product or service that you're going to follow. Now, and then you determine your audience, you create the content, and away you go. But one thing I want you to understand, you'll have a better understanding once you read Content Inc., because the whole focus is on building an audience. You don't want a bunch of hits. You don't want bots out there sending traffic to you. What you want is good, solid audience that's passionate about what you're passionate about. The example I gave one student, let's suppose you're starting a blog, and this can be about ladies' activewear. What you would do, you would start out and you go out and find 3 different, not from the same manufacturer, not Nike, but maybe Nike, Wilson, and whoever else are the hot brands. You go out and you pick a specific pair of leggings from one company, second company, third company. Now, what you do is you don't make a choice. You tell them you've reviewed all of them, and these are the 3 best ones that you found. Now, when you build your audience, what you want to do is that you want to make sure that they can trust you. You tell them right up front on the bottom of your page, I'm going to get some affiliate income, but that won't impact my decisions at all. Then maybe you go back and you talk about socks or gloves or blouses or whatever. You always have 3, and all you do is little 3 or 4 introduction lines that said, I went out and I looked for activewear pants, and these are the best 3 that I found. You put a picture of it, and you click on the picture, it'll bring you to the site. You don't want to just go to the site. You want to go to the site to that specific leggings. Second thing you do, you always have 3, and you close it out by saying, I hope this really helps. By the way, here comes your call to action. By the way, next week I'm going to review whatever you're going to review. Do the same thing. They'll come back and see you the following week. You slowly build audience. And that's how you build affiliate. Questions. There's a lot of questions. What tools do I use? Do the one that suits you the best. If you are an Instagram user, if you're a Snapchat user, if you're Facebook, what I would tell you, the best thing to do, post them on all the social media. Finding products. Go to someone like Commission Junction. There's a couple of those out there. Go to Commission Junction or someone like that. Sign an agreement with them. They have thousands of products. You go and find the product and you get one, use one of their products, they give you a code. Roll of passion and niche. You better have passion. You'll be spending a lot of time on it. When you go home at night and you're laying in bed or on your sofa or whatever, and you're cruising around the net, whatever you're looking for, that's your passion. And you go out and get all this cognitive information, well, share it with your friends. because your friends are talking about the same thing. Get them to pass it on to their friends. Tell them I'm writing this blog. Tell your friends I'm writing this blog about whatever you guys' passion is, and tell them pass it on to your friends. Just pass it on to 10 friends. Your audience, narrow that audience down as much as you possibly can. It's going to be very small to begin with, and it grows from internally with the people that are interested in getting paid. Yes, one of the big things, there's not a good reputation of people. You send them traffic, people buy it. 2% of the traffic you send them, I'll come back and say, it's not, there's a problem. But what you do, you go to Commission Junction, you put Commission Junction, and when they get it from Commission Junction makes sure you get a check. Now that check will come to you from Commission Junction. If you got 5 different products, they put it all and give you 1 check a month for all of them, not separate checks. It's a whole lot simpler to do that. Those were the major questions that people had. In the real world, if you want to set it up, you've got social media tools right now. Use a social media tool, build content, set up a relationship with Commission Junction, or if you want to do it one-off, review products and service, link it to affiliate sites, start generating revenues. I had a young guy that sat in the back of my class, quiet guy. I didn't think he was paying attention. About at mid-semester came to me and said, Dr. Cheek, it works, it works. And I said, I think his name was Tyrone. I said, Tyrone, what works? And he said, I downloaded this app from Amazon, and they'll buy books from it. He said, so what I do when the library has a book sale, or when anybody has a book sale, I go to Goodwill, look at the books. I scan it with the title, and it tells me what they'll pay for it. I bought a book for 15 cents and I sold for $24. He said, I'm making $2,000 a month. They've got a deal where if I send them a box at a time, they'll pay shipping. I was like, wow. So I can keep up with them, but I thought, man, this is great. There are things out there, and it really can. This is my cheat model, and we'll talk about this later on. The risk goes down as your profits go up. Affiliate, we showed you after you've done this research project, there's no reason that you can't start generating affiliate. Second thing you do, when you get big enough and you're buying from the same people, you say, well, wait a second. I want you to drop ship. What does that mean? That means that what would happen is when you send them the order, they'll put your name on a label and they'll ship it out directly. And why do you do that? Because at this point, you'll make more profit. Next thing, when you know what the demand is, you can start carrying inventory and selling it online. And now all of a sudden, you're actually ready to open that bricks and mortar store. You've built up the customer base, you're ready to go, and it's there. And the last thing you do, you just keep growing or you sell the company and you move on. What's some other alternatives? After the course is over, you can build a business plan, do your executive summary like I laid it out, do the pro forma like I'm going to show you how to do it. And what I'll do, give it to me, and if I agree it works, I'll put you out in a 3-month incubator at the Center for Knowledge Discovery. And then the incubator, I'll be there to sit over and monitor you and be your mentor. And in 3 months, we do 1 or 2 things. If you hadn't worked on it, we say goodbye. Or 2, we move you into Accelerate. And what we do, Accelerate, you seek capital funding because you got this great idea. And it's beyond affiliate income. And you need funding, and away we go. There's no cost. The 3-month period, not a penny. No cost to Accelerate. You get an Accelerate. Once again, you get 3 months. You don't like it, or you're not working on it, I'm going to kick you out because I can see how much time you spend. So anyway, this is just another alternative. But now you've done this work on affiliate fee income. Many of you said, I can see it works. So what we'll do at this point is that hopefully you'll move on from there. Now, what I'll do in the next few days is that I will set up another webinar on the performing, because that's the other key that's very important. Now, last time I had a meeting, one person came, probably just like I'm doing right now, video podcast. I'll just do a video podcast, and I'll set up one day a week where I'll say, okay, I'm going to be in the office from this time to this time. If you come, great. If you don't come, then I'll just come. That's the feedback on your reports. You know if you made a good effort, and I know if you made. And if you've got questions on the grades you got, reach out and I'll set up a Zoom meeting and we can talk about it. So thank you. Stay safe. Take care. Stay safe. And I'll be back next week with a webinar on doing the football. Good luck. Thank you.